The bizarre story of the dancing plague.
Imagine a city struck by an invisible force, compelling its people to dance, not for joy, but until their bodies collapse from exhaustion. This wasn't a scene from a science fiction movie, but the reality of Strasbourg in 1518. Hundreds of people were gripped by a mysterious dancing mania, now known as the Dancing Plague. Strasbourg, a bustling city in what is now France, found itself in the throes of a bizarre crisis. It began in July when a woman named Frau Trophea stepped into the street and began to dance. Her movements were uncontrolled, her face a mask of strange euphoria and distress. This wasn't a simple case of an individual's eccentric behavior. As days turned into nights, Frau Trophea continued to dance, her energy seemingly inexhaustible. People gathered, mesmerized and bewildered by the spectacle. What began as one woman's strange affliction soon spread like wildfire through the city. Within a week, over 30 people had joined Frau Trophea in her relentless dance. Their movements, erratic and uncontrolled, seemed to defy any rational explanation. The authorities, baffled and alarmed by the growing numbers, initially believed it to be a case of mass hysteria or possession. They called upon musicians to play, hoping that lively tunes would lift the strange spell. However, their efforts only seemed to exacerbate the situation, fueling the dancers' frenzy. As the days turned into weeks, the number of dancers swelled to hundreds. The streets of Strasbourg, once vibrant with commerce and life, were now dominated by a sea of exhausted, convulsing bodies. The situation had spiraled from a peculiar curiosity into a full-blown social crisis. Physicians were baffled. The plague defied all known medical explanations. Some pointed to supernatural forces, suggesting demonic possession or the wrath of an angry god. Others theorized that it was caused by hot blood, a common medical belief at the time. Desperate for answers, the city turned to religious authorities. Processions were organized, prayers were offered, and the dancers were taken to shrines hoping for a miracle. Yet the plague continued unabated, its grip on the city tightening with each passing day. One prevailing theory suggests that the dancers suffered from ergotism, a condition caused by eating ergot-contaminated rye bread. Ergot, a fungus, can induce hallucinations and convulsions. However, ergotism doesn't fully explain the contagious nature of the dancing plague or the sheer duration of the dancing fits. Section 4. The Weight of Despair. The relentless dancing took a heavy toll on the afflicted. Their bodies, pushed to their absolute limits, suffered from exhaustion, dehydration, and injuries. Many collapsed from heart attacks, strokes, or sheer exhaustion. Fear and panic gripped Strasbourg. The city's infrastructure crumbled under the weight of the crisis. Commerce stalled, and daily life came to a standstill as the plague tightened its grip on the city's inhabitants. The authorities, desperate to regain control, resorted to increasingly drastic measures. They banned music and dancing in public, hoping to quell the strange affliction. Some even resorted to more brutal methods, driving the afflicted into the forest in the hopes of isolating the disease and allowing it to run its course. Section 5. A city heals, a mystery remains. As mysteriously as it began, the dancing plague gradually subsided. By September, the number of dancers had dwindled, their bodies finally succumbing to exhaustion or perhaps finally freed from whatever unseen force had taken control. Strasbourg, scarred and bewildered, slowly began to piece itself back together. The physical and psychological wounds ran deep, a stark reminder of the summer when an invisible force drove its people to dance until they could dance no more. The question of what truly caused the dancing plague of 1518 remains unanswered. Was it mass hysteria, a social phenomenon triggered by extreme stress and hardship, or was it, as some believe, a bizarre manifestation of disease? Section 6. Echoes in History. The dancing plague of 1518 stands as a chilling reminder of the mysteries the human body and mind hold. It serves as a stark warning from the past, a testament to the delicate balance between our physical and mental well-being. While we may never fully understand what caused the people of Strasbourg to dance until they collapsed, their story continues to fascinate and intrigue. It compels us to look beyond the obvious, to acknowledge the complex interplay of social, psychological, and biological factors that shape our world. The dancing plague remains an enigma, a historical anomaly that defies easy explanation. but its legacy persists, reminding us that even in the face of the unknown, the human spirit in all its resilience and fragility endures.
This show wouldn't be the same without you. Show your support with a like, share and subscribe.